Good evening, everyone. You are now tuned in to Situations the Podcast, and I'm your host, Kelvin.
And I'm your co-host, Miss Deanna. Hey guys.
And how you doing today?
I'm pretty good, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, as you know, this is the final episode of season one, and
Yes, we
I
made
couldn't be
it.
more grateful to being able to get through this without you. I couldn't have done it without you. So
Oh,
I want to give you your flowers.
thank you. It was a
And
pleasure.
oh yeah, for sure. Um, we also got a special guest today. Someone that I
Okay.
someone that I kind of took a liking to,
hmm
someone that I saw that was genuinely working,
Okay.
and I figured we'll close the show out with her.
Okay.
Okay, so today I want to introduce the one and only Luna. Luna, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
Luna.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great. Well, as you know, today is the end of season one for Situations the Podcast, and what other way to end the show you know, without having you on the show rather. I couldn't see it no better way.
Thank you for having me on here.
No problem, no problem. So for those that may be tuning in at this particular time, give everybody a little detail about you. Tell everybody where you're from and what it is that you do.
So I'm actually from Wisconsin. I don't live in Illinois, but I do some modeling out of there. So I do that as well. And then here and there, I do dance. So that's
Okay,
just what I'm doing, my day to day type of thing.
okay. So how long have you been modeling?
Now for about 4 months. So I'm really new to it.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I see what you're doing. I've been watching you. I've been keeping my eye on you. So I see that you're making progress. So just, continue to keep pushing and keep thriving. And
Yes.
and what I should highly suggest is you work on your portfolio. If this is something that you want to take serious, make sure your portfolio have everything you need in it. You know, you can ask our co-host; she can pretty much tell you your portfolio has to be where it needs to be. Are you currently working?
Like modeling wise, yes. I do have a couple of photo shoots coming up too, so
Okay. Are you excited about it?
yes, I'm excited. I'm actually working with some new photographers from around like the Green Bay, Illinois area, so I'm more
Okay.
excited and more opportunities.
Right, right. How's the work? Is the work is they worth it as far as quality?
I think Yeah, I think so. I like to check out the photographers before I go and like, shoot over there cuz sometimes people just like to take pictures and call it a day, but some of them
Right,
like take it serious.
right. Okay. Well, as long as you do your due diligence, you should be fine.
Right.
You know. Go ahead, Thea. I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. All right. So I just have a few questions for you, and we're gonna
Mhm.
just give us your feedback, and you can be as open and as honest as possible. Okay. So
Okay.
now you don't have to be nervous now. It's nothing. There's nothing that's gonna make you nervous or anything like that. So
She like,
Absolutely.
oh
but
Okay, okay.
but I do have one question for you. Um,
Yes.
this is something that I saw on social media. Once I see things on social media, I kind of always bring it to the show if it's um if I'm just trying to get a reaction or see how my co-hosts feel about a certain situation or how my guests may feel about a certain situation. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about gynecologists. Okay. we know women have to frequently visit gynecologists, right?
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
seen this young lady on social media said that she feels there should be no men gynecologists. And when I read that, I didn't even go into the comments because to me that made no sense whatsoever. And I didn't even know her logic. I didn't even want to know her logic behind it.
Hmm.
So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to bring it to the show today to see how these women feel about it. But first thing first, Deanna, how do you feel
Hmm.
about that?
I don't agree with that at all because I mean that would be crazy, to say there should only be women gynecologists because if there are some women that are jealous hearted or biased or whatever, then what do you do with that?
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
see, I
I
mean,
mean the whole
I'm the reason I'm asking these questions because I need a woman's opinion. You know what
right.
I'm
I
saying?
mean I've had male doctors and gynecologists, and I was comfortable with them, and they were making sure that I was comfortable. I never felt any, like they were hitting on me or anything like that, and they just wanted to make sure I was healthy, and that was the goal.
Right. Luna?
I'm I'm 50-50 on that because like I feel like how do they know if a woman is okay like getting checked, like say that they're checking because they have an issue, like the woman has an issue down there, but it's not coming from a guy, like, oh yeah, you have an issue, but how do they know that you have an issue? Like they don't have a vagina to, from experience, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I'm
Well,
like
what?
torn.
Well, listen to this. You do know they went to school for this for many, many years, whether they have a vagina or not. So this is
Right.
something that was studied for what they go to school for 8 to 10, 12 years. So
A long time.
it's not like, for an example, it's not like I can go fill out an application and now I'm a gynecologist because they hired me. No, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
So this doctor has pretty much been in school his whole life
Right.
for this particular area. And I'm almost willing to bet that man doctor probably know more about the woman's areas
Anatomy.
than you do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And so, well, I
Mm.
have another point. So here's the thing: if women do feel uncomfortable with that, then why can't you say I would like a female doctor?
Right,
There are a list of doctors that we get to choose from that we want.
right. That's true.
So
But like I said, I knew I would have had two women today on the
right.
show. So I figured I'd bring that up just to get some feedback to see how you guys felt about that.
Hmm.
So Luna, you pretty much
Mm.
50-50. You on the fence with it.
I just the way she came about it, like if the statement was like there shouldn't be men gynecologists, period. Like what I'm 50-50 about is that like if the statement was yeah, men shouldn't be gynecologists, like period, then I don't understand that. But I see on her part, I do see kind of why like you know it's uncomfortable to some women because like how do you really know what's wrong with me if you don't have that like a vagina yourself. I do see that, but like I see more of like that's kind of like too aggressive to say.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, I
So
just wanted to get some
that's
feedback. I just wanted to get you guys feedback on it just to see what was your take on it.
Because guess what? If something is really wrong with you and you're in dire need and need to go to the emergency room or whatever, and there's only a man available,
Then what?
those sentiments are gonna change. You're gonna want to get seen.
Right. Okay. Well, you got to. Well, I better not say that. I was going to say something, but I better not say what I wanted to say. Oh, Luna, question for you.
yes.
Um, how has social media changed the landscape of the modeling industry?
Uh, um, like I've always got told like, oh, you should like, become a model and this and that. And I'm like seeing the outside of it, like not being in it, and I'm like, okay, well, it looks easy, like you can just sit there and look pretty, but like it's a lot of mental wise, because I'm seeing like I'm more not saying like insecure about my body, but I'm more like, okay, these people that have the same body are getting more views and likes than me, and I don't struggle with that too much now that there's like certain people that like certain tastes of different women. So now I'm just like more accepting of that, but like you do kind of look at everybody in a different way now, and I do get more hate too, but
Well, you know what,
you
Lola? Let me
know
say this. Look at the hate as a good thing, because when a person is hating, when you feel there's hate towards you, that means you're doing something right.
Absolutely.
That means you're doing something right. Because if you wasn't doing it right, they wouldn't be hating on you.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
mhm.
saying? So don't look at it as that. Just keep pushing, keep
Right.
thriving, and keep putting your best foot forward. Because
Right.
even though you're even though you're new to the industry, we're looking for fresh faces all the time.
Right.
And I'm speaking from a photographer standpoint now. I'm always looking for fresh faces, a new body type, new body style. You know, so don't let that deter you from your goals. Keep thriving, keep pushing, and keep working hard. You know,
Right.
take that negativity and use it and turn it into positivity.
Yes. And I was
You
gonna say, no matter what, people are gonna have good and bad things to say. That's why you have to do things that pique your interest, not theirs. If they
absolutely
buy into your brand, great. If they don't, somebody will. You got to look at the whole planet of people, and social media. It's not like you got 5 people watching you. When you log onto social media, the whole world has access to see you. So look at it from that standpoint.
right.
And it might not be the people around you. It could be some people tapping in from Australia or Paris or anything that come across your page and be like, oh, we would love to work for her. We love her look. You see what I'm saying? So you got to
Yeah.
keep thinking big too.
Absolutely. It's all about the look. It is all about how you present yourself. It's all about how you
Absolutely.
carry yourself,
Yes.
because good things will become of that. Just like I reached out. You reached back, we opened up a dialogue, and here we are.
Yes.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So that leads into my next question. So the criticism, how do you handle the criticism? What's your strategies into when you get that hate? How do you strategize? How do you deal with it?
Right.
um I want to say I just like move past it. I mean, sometimes it depends on what it is. Like, I know that if it's from, like, if I've known people for a long time and now it's at like a certain point, like now I'm at like almost my peak and now they decide to hate on me, it's because they're like jealous of what I'm doing and what I am probably going to become, because they haven't hated on me until right now.
Until
So,
now, right?
when yeah, when it's that case, I'm just like, okay, well, I really know. Like, and before, it would just be from random people, and it's like, well, that's what they truly think of me. But at the same time, like, I think in my head, like, there's 7 billion people in this world. Like, I shouldn't be
Exactly.
fixated on one person and their opinion. Like, there's so many people that, like, probably like my body shape, and, there's some people that don't, but, it doesn't matter. I just have to think,
And,
like, there's so many people.
Let's just stay
and guess what?
positive.
They probably not at home doing anything, not even following their dreams, goals, or trying anything new. So just keep going.
Yeah, just keep putting your best foot forward.
Yes.
I mean, that's the only thing I can tell you. Just like I said, just don't let what they say deter you from your goals or reaching your goals. Because if that be the case, you'd never get anywhere in life.
Right.
You'll never get anywhere in life. So,
And that's why you have to not, no, I was gonna say
go ahead.
that's why you have to remember your why, like why you're doing it. Like what motivated you or what sparked your interest to want to do it in the first place. It wasn't because of people. It was something that was inside of you like, oh, I like this. You know what I'm saying? This is something I want to try out, or this is something I want to do and see how far I can get, you know? So just
Yeah.
remember your why you're doing it.
So, with that being said, what advice would you give to a younger model that looks up to you and want to follow in your footsteps? What kind of advice would you give them?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I would, well, like, what you said, like, just after all this hate, like, no matter what, if you're doing something right, you're gonna get hate. If you're doing something wrong, you're gonna get hate. There is no right or wrong. Now
Right,
I've realized that, like, people didn't like me before I modeled, and then people don't like me now that I modeled. Like, you're never gonna be at a perfect, like, you and, like, where nobody hates you and everybody loves you. You're never gonna get to that point. So you might as well just, I'm at a point where I'm just gonna do what I want to do, and I know there's gonna be people hating until the day I die. It just
W-
it's that's life.
right. But you know you can't please everybody. You know
No,
Exactly.
that, right?
like you.
You know you're not going to be able to please everybody. So that's just life. That's just how it goes. So if I were you, I'll take it with a grain of salt and just keep
Right.
and keep moving. You know,
Stay
but this
consistent.
that too. I was just for to say, what if I were you? Whatever picture you posted or something they said that was negative about the picture you posted, I'll take what they said and do it twice as hard to give them something
Yep.
else to talk about because
Absolutely.
that's going to end up making you um what I want to how I want to say this. It's going to make people end up talking about you more, whether it's good or bad.
Exactly.
You know, all criticism is not always bad criticism. You can take that criticism that negative and turn it into a positive.
And it could also be free PR for you because if you got a hate
Absolutely,
train running, they're telling
absolutely.
somebody, and the other people gonna say, "Well, let me go see what she got going on."
Right,
Now you're getting all these clicks and views that could actually turn into money for you.
right.
Keep on doing it. Give if they hating, they'll give them something to hate. They'll be like, "Damn, we tired of seeing her. This she posted pictures and videos and everything 24/7." They want to hate, just stay on their timeline. They be like, "Oh, now either if they really hate you, they're gonna unfollow you. But if not." People say she's consistent. You can say whatever you want to say about her, but she's consistent.
Deanna, that's a good point. Luna, let me ask you this: the ones
Mhm.
that you say that's been hating on you here recently, do they still follow you, or have they
Well,
unfollowed
they
you?
look at my stuff. They no, they look at my. They never follow me, but they always look at my stuff. They're always one of the first people to view my stuff.
Okay, so you know what that means,
Exactly.
then, right?
That's a
Excuse me.
fan, baby.
Right, that's a fan. That's what that is. So that's how you take that. That's a fan. They
Exactly.
not hating on you. They fans. They just don't want you to see them
Right.
uh, as a fan. But
And then
that's
they
a
the first
fan.
ones,
Right.
baby,
That's a
they
fan.
taking time out their day. You are living rent free in their heads. Let's see what she doing today. The first one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, okay. Well, let's talk about projects and campaign. Any projects that you're particularly proud of? Anything that you got? Anything that you're working on? Anything that you've got coming up that you're proud of that you want to discuss?
I mean, I guess just like not necessarily like big projects, but I do have like a couple of photographers, like one in particular. She's a female that had reached out to me, and I just appreciate like the female, like, I'm not saying like, like, okay, male photographers, but I appreciate when female photographers come out to me because it shows like, like, oh, like I'm actually loved by, other females, because mainly
Right.
like males on my account, everything like that. But when a female like knows like what a pretty girl is, and like they appreciate, so I guess that's like my what I'm most proud of is when like female photographers reach out to me and
Right.
they want to work with me, So there's that. But I do have like a couple of photo shoots coming up now that I scheduled myself out evenly and organized.
Okay,
So
okay. Well, one thing for certain, we definitely have to get you in our studios. We definitely have to do some work,
Yes.
and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some difference in some when it comes down to the quality of work.
okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to do something. We have to put some work together real soon.
yes.
Danny, you got anything for?
Um, how do you decide who you want to work with? Like, do you get a gut feeling, or I know you say you do research and stuff like that, but how do you decide who you want to work with? Do you feel good about it? When you make your choices and stuff like that.
Um, when I look at their stuff, so there's some people I've came across and like I know all they have to them is a camera and like no portfolio,
Mhm.
and there's some guys that just like I think what I really have to pick at is there are some guys that just want to work with me to have me be in their presence, and they don't care about the
Right.
pictures, and they don't care about
Right.
you know, like how they look, and oh, just take a picture of you, but we're hanging out. Like I don't like that.
Right.
I do look
Yeah.
at that and do go to other models, and I'm like, hey, how is this photographer? How did he do it? And like they'd be like,
Mhm.
no, would always flirt with me and this and that, like not professional.
Yeah.
So I do more research than just look at their portfolio too. So,
Okay. Another question. How did you come up with your image, like your personal style?
hmm. Well, like dancing,
Mhm.
I just always got told by the guys. They'd be like, you're so pretty. Like you need to model. You just need to do things out of this, whatever. And me being Latina, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, this real quick. And I just like, at first I just posted some fun pictures, and then I just got more comments about it, and I'm like, okay, let me start taking this serious. So then I
Okay.
started doing that. Now we're here.
And is there anybody that you get inspiration from, or other models like you like? Okay, she kind of fits my body type, or I see myself doing certain things like this, or we kind of got similar styles, so I'll take some inspiration from her and incorporate it in my own style or look or what I'm trying to do.
In particular, no, I
Hmm.
don't. I don't really look at anybody and say that.
Okay.
So you don't have any role models? You don't have anybody that you look up to in the industry?
Well, like, so I do like like nude and obviously like a little bit of fashion, like mostly boudoir, like, but when it comes to like personality and the way they live, I think the person that I look up, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but Lena Deeb, she's a workout, like all about working out, and she is Muslim, and she like
Hmm.
always just she just you can tell by her Instagram, it's just like so much respect and how she respects herself so much, and she
Okay.
just wants to show everybody like you can still be a model and still be Muslim and
Hmm.
cover yourself completely. But it's I know that has nothing, that's like the complete opposite, but it's just her way of thinking. Like that's what I
No,
go by.
Okay.
it's whatever you're inspired by. It doesn't have to be one particular thing.
Hmm.
Well,
So
well, like I say, as long as you have somebody that you feel good about, and they're walking the path that you feel comfortable in, then by all means, you're doing something right.
right.
You're doing something right.
Hmm.
Well, how do you see the future of modeling evolving?
Evolving.
Yes.
Well, like before I feel like it was only stuck to one body type, and like I don't want to hate or anything, but like it was only stuck to one body type. Like you had to have big ass, big boobs, flat tummy. You had to have a pretty face, and if that's like that was only that. And now I feel like I said with my inspiration, she like doesn't show her skin all the time, and you have women that like just show their religious side, and like their models, and like now that we're going after like bigger women that have stretch marks, and every guy likes like different types of women now, and it's like everybody could just have their own type, you know? But before it
Right.
was like just one type only.
Okay. Well, like I say, um, the modeling game has definitely changed over the years, and
Yes.
like you say, you're definitely right. At one particular time, they were only looking for a certain body type or
Right.
a thickness, but be that one particular model that changed the game,
Right.
that make them wanna come to you, make them wanna uh, use you as their PR person or their model or their, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make them change the game. Make them want to use you. You might
Right.
not, you don't necessarily have to go get surgery to have a
Right.
big butt or to have a big chest. Take what you got and use it to the best of your ability. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Use it to the best of
Absolutely.
your ability. So, you know, apparently you're doing something right because you getting people are reaching out to you. So apparently you're doing something right.
Thank you.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, please.
You are now watching Situations the podcast, where nothing is off limits.
Okay, Theana, you got something for
Um.
her?
Do you have supportive friends in your life that are like, have you took friends to photo shoots before? To help you feel more comfortable or anything like that.
Um, I haven't taken the photo shoots, but I do have some supportive friends. Like whenever I feel down or whenever like some comment gets to me or anything like that, I let them know, and
Hmm.
they're really supportive. So I really enjoy it, and I feel like if you want to like achieve something and you're going after something like this, especially with so much competition, I feel like it is
Right.
really good to at least have a person there like always by your side.
Absolutely.
Right. I can agree with you on that. So how do you
Um.
balance? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Theana. Go ahead.
Go ahead, because I was going to ask the same exact thing.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you ask it though. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, how do you balance, your work life, your professional life, social leisure?
I I know it sounds like I'm really like a routine person. Like I have to have a routine, and if anything is like out of like balance, I just feel like my life is like tearing down and and I'm a mess and
Okay.
all this other stuff. I do have like I only make certain days for like photo shoots, and then I make certain days where I can
Hmm.
rest, and then I make certain days where I can dance. So like I just
Oh,
that's how I balance
okay.
it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been dancing?
I'm about to be a year now.
Okay. So what's
And do you
next for
have
you?
separate?
Okay, go ahead, Theana. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, do she has like separate pages, like one for the modeling and one for the dancing?
No, I just have my main account because
Okay.
Well, have you ever thought about separating the two?
I feel like both of them kind of lie under the same like type of I don't want to say like industry, but like kind of like entertainment. So I feel like since I do like, lingerie and all that stuff, I just feel like I could probably post it on my main and it wouldn't be
Okay.
too like messy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what's next for you in your personal life or in your career? What do you feel where do you feel you'll be in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years,
Yeah, what do you want
um,
to be at? Whether it be professional or you thriving in the industry.
I want to be like, I definitely want to like get bigger in like in like model industry, and I want to be booked and busy. Like I mainly want to like model for gym clothes and then as well as like lingerie.
Okay.
So that's what I want to, and that's where I see myself in like the next 5 years is doing that.
So do you consider that your short term goal?
What was that?
Do you consider that your short term goal?
Yes, my short term. I feel like my long term would be like 10 years, and mm, I would probably want to own my own like lingerie line and like have my own models and like, own a company of that and definitely have like, a house and some kids and a husband. Like, that's like my 10 year in 10 years. Like, that's what it needs to be.
Okay, well, let me ask
That's
you this.
amazing.
Right, let me ask you this. Are you currently dating right now?
No.
Okay. Reason I asked that is because I wanted to know, was your significant other supportive of the decisions you're making as far as being a model or being a dancer? But since you say you're not in the situation, so that doesn't even really matter. But let's say, for instance, you was in the situation and he didn't want you being a dancer. How would you feel about that?
If he didn't want me to do the things that I like to do,
Hmm.
it could, that's what I like to do. I feel more free when I do that, and I feel like it's kind of like it's my job, but I feel like it's an escape too. But
Okay.
I would have to
Would it
keep the
be?
door.
His ass
Kick,
got to go,
kick
huh?
him to the curb.
He got to be
I'll open the door
supportive.
for you. You're gonna have to go. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean,
No,
hey, that's how you
that's
feel. There's nothing wrong with
I was
that.
gonna say, but that's great. You have a sense of what you want. You know what you want to target as far as the lingerie and the gym clothes is like. So you do have some sense of direction. In the areas that you want to fulfill your dreams. So all of that's great.
Right.
Thank you.
So you saying if he didn't support what you're doing, he got to go.
Well, okay, I would understand if he told me to stop dancing, and I'm like 35, like like 10 years down the line, if I'm still dancing and like, I'll understand. And if I'm married to this guy after like so long, but if you're just gonna walk into my life after like a year and be like, you need to stop dancing, who are you? Like, I don't know you. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would just be like, no, you can leave. Unless we've been together for like 5 years, you can take care of me, not like fully take care of me, but you got the bills, and you want to get married, have a family, because I don't want to, like, you do all that stuff and dance on as well as too much. I would leave. I would, but if it's
Right.
just like right there, no.
Right. Okay. So, well, I got another question for you.
Mhm.
Are you a 50-50 woman? If you had a man, do he have to do he have to front the bills? Do he have to take care of all the bills? Or are you 50-50 with that?
I'll be 50-50 because I mean I'm eating in the same fridge you're eating. Like, we're eating on the same table. Like,
Okay.
I just because I feel like it that shouldn't make a difference. But
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
glad you said that.
when it comes to like a first date, like, you need to be 100%. 100%.
On
But
the
like
first
paying
date?
bills, yeah. Yeah, on the
But
first date,
I'm
you gotta.
glad you said that because I asked this question before and I got some leaning one way, I got some leaning the other way. Some people said they 50-50 with it. Our co-host says she's open to that. She's 50-50 or 80-20 or whatever the situation may be for them to get it done. She says she's okay with that. Um, to me, if a woman is not willing to be 50-50 with their partner, then I don't see how you gonna make it in today's society.
All right.
You know, today's society, the cost of living is higher. Everything since the pandemic, everything has risen as far as prices, cost of
Right.
living, gas, eggs, everything. So if you don't want to be 50-50 with your partner and you just want to have your hand out and not bring anything else to the table, then I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I really do. You know, how, how you how you guys are supposed to save if he's spending all the money, but you're not making none.
All right.
Now I can see if you're in a relationship and you just lost your job, then of course he got to pick up the slack until you're able to get back on your feet. I can see that. But if you got a decent job and he has a decent job, but you don't want to do anything, you want him to do everything, I don't think that's fair. I
No.
Yeah.
don't. What do you feel about that?
Um, I think that's yeah. I think that's unless you guys come to like an agreement, like okay, you cook and clean, like the old fashioned, like you cook and clean and I'll pay the bills. Like if it's to an agreement, like I understand that completely. But if he's asking you to pay 50-50 and you have a good job and so does he, like I don't see why you're not able to. And I feel like when it comes to like if he gets off his feet, like if he loses his job and I take care of him, I expect the same back in case that were to ever happen. That's what I think in my head. So,
Right. What impact do you think the rise of influencers has had on the modeling industry?
hmm. Oh God.
I mean, take your time. There's no wrong answer.
I mean, I just feel like there's definitely a lot of people like getting out of their shell now with it, and I feel like there's definitely a lot more. Like you can just do one thing. Like everybody has social media now, so you could just do like one thing, and then boom, you got money, you're famous, like
Right.
it's just that one hit. So I feel like now it's just become a lot more easier. Everybody has social media now, so yeah.
All it takes is that one viral moment.
Mhm.
That's all
Right.
it takes. Just for an example, I'm gonna bring this to the forefront. You guys may have seen it. You guys may have heard it. But Tiana, you remember a few months back, a guy had on some. I think was it Puma, New Balance.
Hmm.
I think he had on some New Balance shoes, some jeans, and I think he had like a New Balance shirt. I think it was New Balance, and he was coming out of a restaurant, and uh, everyone was making fun of him. Luna, did you hear about this story?
No, I never heard of it.
Okay, okay. Uh,
Oh, you was talking about the guy that they were saying the uncle, like that outfit wasn't popping or something
right,
like
the
that,
outfit
right?
wasn't fresh. They kept
He looked
saying
fresh to me.
they talking about he wasn't fresh. They talking about that outfit it wasn't right. They made fun of this guy, and the guy
But
he
that's what I'm
kept saying
saying.
right. He kept
It
saying
was
this
so
ain't
much hate,
fresh.
but guess what? He went viral.
He
So
went
that's
viral. He did, but check this out.
I don't know. Look this up.
I think it was New Balance. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was New Balance. He had on some New Balance, but he went viral from that one instinct.
mm,
New Balance called this man the next day.
Oh
He
shit.
got a call from New Balance the next day, and he took off. They gave the man a contract. So now he's this global figure. Just that one situation changed his
where
whole
somebody
life.
was hating.
When somebody was
Where they
hating,
was hating on him.
right?
Exactly. That's what I said. Let
Changed
them be the PR for you.
changed his whole life. They put that man in a position to go viral.
Exactly. And win.
They helped him go viral because they was hating. The next day,
Exactly.
that man got a call from New Balance. New Balance wrote that man a check, gave him a life supply of clothing and shoes, and now he's ahead of the game. All because someone was hating. So that's what we was telling you, Luna.
Right.
They not hating, they fans.
Exactly.
That's all it
And
takes.
they're free press for you.
That's it. So
Free
take
marketing.
that, right? Take that and use it to the best of your ability. So if they hating, let them keep hating and just keep doing it even harder. You know what I'm saying? Keep
Absolutely.
going even harder because when it's your time to shine, oh, you will.
Yep.
You will. You know, but for you being the type of woman that you are and the beliefs that you have and you standing on what you believe in, this is for you.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know, we applaud
Thank
that.
you.
We applaud that. So we want you to
Absolutely.
just continue to be who you are. Continue to put your best foot forward. Continue to keep striving. You know,
Yes.
because at some point the sun gonna shine on you.
Absolutely.
The sun gonna shine on you. And
But the
also,
whole thing is,
go, Theon.
I was just gonna say, sometimes people just be looking at the end game. Oh, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that. Enjoy the journey along the way. Enjoy the mistakes and enjoy learning the new things or whatever. Because, the next time you do something, you're not starting over, you're starting with experience, and when those L's are not losses, they're lessons. They help you for your next stepping stone. So just
Right.
enjoy it, enjoy the process.
Anything you'd like to uh, give the listeners and for those that's tuning in, you got any uh, advice you want to give or any information you want to give them about yourself to how they can find you?
Advice. I think what I've learned, like the hard way, like the main thing I will probably stand by from now on is that you always have people hating, and you always have people that like you, and it'll be like that your entire life, no matter what you do. Even if you just sit and do nothing, you always have people hating on you for doing that. So that's the
Right,
only thing I have to say.
right. Also, I want to add this to what you just said. Pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to who's not clapping for you on your wins.
Right.
Okay? Pay attention to that because those that like today, you being on the show for today. Those of you, those of your friends that's not supportive of this, that doesn't share it, doesn't like it, doesn't comment, you pay attention to that
Right.
because that's telling you something. Okay, that's telling you something. Now, um, like I said, today was the end of our season one, and I
Yes.
greatly appreciate you, Luna, for being a part of it. And
Absolutely.
you're
Thank
family
you.
now. You know, we consider you family over here at Situations the Podcast. You're always welcome. Anything you want to talk about, anything you ever want to discuss with us, feel free to reach out
Right.
to us, and
Absolutely.
we get you back on the show. Season two coming within the 2 weeks. We're gonna do season two starts. There's gonna be a lot better shows, um, different segments. So we got a lot of things planned for season two. Okay, so if you ever want to come back, feel free to reach out. Tiana, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Hey, everybody. You can find me on Facebook, Deanna Chester, on Instagram, Miss Deanna, and my business page, Elite Glamour Girls.
Luna, tell everybody how they can reach you.
Just my Instagram, at Luna with another A dot Ortega with another A at the end. So thank you.
Say that one more time.
Luna, with two A's dot Ortega with two A's at the end.
Okay. So that's Luna dot Ortega.
Ortega.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, um, once again, Tiana, end of season one. You
Yes.
know, and I say once again, it's been a pleasure doing this show with you.
Likewise.
So we gotta do it real big for season two.
Absolutely.
Your segment, I'm really considering. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to consider it. We're going to implement that.
Okay.
We're going to implement that segment. So we got to make sure we get that in.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
everyone, once again, I'm Kelvin, your host of Situation the Podcast. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys that have tuned in, that have shared, have commented. Whether the comment was good or bad, we appreciate you. You helped us grow. You helped us through season one. Season 2 will begin in a couple of weeks. And once again, um, all I can say is thank you. Thank you for allowing us to entertain you guys every week.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. We greatly appreciated it. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday for another amazing episode of Situations the Podcast.
Okay. Well, guys, that's the end of our show for today. Luna, once again, I want to thank you. Deanna, once again, I want to thank you. And
Thank you.
I'm ecstatic. I may not look like it, but I am. I'm really anxious
I am
for
too.
right. I'm really anxious to get season 2 underway. All right. So
And Luna, I'm gonna follow you. So if you ever need any advice or anything, I'm always here.
Thank
you
you.
got. I'm alone. I'm also your information will be in in the description. So we're gonna, if a person want to follow you or try to reach out to you to work with you, we try to put you in positions to get work and get bookings. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So once again, guys, hold tight, and
Okay.
that concludes our show for the day. Once again, there's one season down and a
Yes.
lifetime more. So I want to say once again, I want to tell everybody thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you. Okay, guys, I want you guys to hold tight.
Okay.